Greetings, URI community. It's great to have this opportunity to share an update from the Learning and Impact Strategies team. Since our video update in April, Wanda and Angie have brought additionally needed skill and talent to our Learning and Impact Strategies from their locations in Tel Aviv and Jakarta.
As a reminder from our strategic framework process, we are working towards URI being the go-to network for interfaith learning, collaboration, and resource sharing to advance our URI purpose. In order to do this, we have been building an innovative learning ecosystem full of regional and global learning offerings around URI's core areas of focus. We have also been working on systems and processes to assess the impact of our network activity. And what have we seen happen as a result of all this?
Well, just this year, we've introduced 12 new regular peer learning opportunities. This generated a 350% increase in participation in online community sharing and learning offerings. Many of you have been attending or co-facilitating the learning offerings, so thank you for adding your energy, time, and wisdom to all that has been growing. Excitingly, we also have the new URI Connect app. Angie, tell us about the app.
The app. One of our most exciting projects this year indeed. By the end of this week, all staff in Global Council would have received their invitation to join the app. As we advance in our rollout phases, we invite you to finally play and explore this space. Imagine how you can use it to generate energy in your region and communities with sharing resources through the asks and offers, adding events, and starting conversations. Our team, along with our app developer, It's Noon, continue to work to offer features in the app that implement the culture of facilitating peaceful interfaith collaborations. The app allows us to understand real-time connectivity and collaborations as we continue to learn about the impacts in our network globally. Wanda, can you tell us more on how we continue to learn from all the wonderful stories?
Yes. Learning from what has been done across the network was an important part of our year. Collecting and analyzing data and experiences allows us to tell our collective URI story of growth and collaboration. We have developed new impact assessment practices to help us adapt and strengthen our teamwork, planning, and collective learning and impacts.
So as we continue to co-create and adapt, learning as we go, each part of our ecosystem has an important role to play. As we share some highlights of what has happened in 2024, we invite you to find yourself in this ecosystem. Where do you most want to be engaged in the exciting new opportunities coming in 2025?
Since you first saw this slide earlier this year, we have adapted it, growing out of our strategic directions process. Specifically for 2025, the new URI Connect app, which you've heard about from Angie, and the Collaborative Action Hubs are planned to strengthen our support of collective learning in action. What are the Collaborative Action Hubs, Sarah?
Well, collaborative action hubs are simply about finding ways to enhance the opportunities for CCs to work together on a specific project. So imagine, for example, 3 CCs working with a university partner and maybe a local business or government agency, supported by their regional coordinator, to implement an ecosystem restoration project or violence prevention initiative. So keep your eyes open for opportunities like this in your region.
Another way of looking at our learning offerings is to see them as part of 3 emerging learning pathways that are directly linked to our purpose areas and strategic collective impacts. CCs and members join URI for different reasons, and here you can see clear areas of focus that members can take up as a learning journey to support them and their community work and in contributing to the network's initiatives.
Now we want to share more detail around the highlights of this year's learning activities as a reminder of the growth, impact, and focus we've been moving toward. Let's begin with the orientation workshops. For new CCs joining URI, the orientation workshops have proved to be useful connecting points in meeting the global network that is URI. Having completed the engagement process with their RCs, The orientation workshops introduce CC members to the global community and ways they can make the most of the network. As a group of regional staff, we facilitated 2 rounds of orientation workshops this year. One was in March and one in October.
And as the next step, URI members have the opportunity to continue their learning journey with the intro workshops. In our first editions, more than 250 participants joined our new 3-hour intro workshops from 75 countries to deepen their skills in areas such as interfaith collaboration, navigating difficult conversations, violence prevention, and addressing hate speech. Here are some of what participants are saying about their experiences, including initiating new activities and understanding the dynamics of conflict and violence better. Some workshops have been translated into regional languages offered as part of regional programs, such as Spanish for the LANC Youth Peace Builders program. The Intro to Interfaith Engagement is happening again on December 12th, coming up. So don't miss this opportunity to do the workshop if you haven't already. And all the intro workshops will be offered again in 2025.
For those members wanting a little bit more commitment and ongoing learning to take action, we designed and facilitated 2 Learning in Action series, one on violence prevention and one on peace building through earth restoration. 18 teams from 15 different countries took part in a 4-month shared learning experience. They began to develop grassroots projects to take action tailored to their own context. At the end of each series, a toolkit was developed to be used in these and future projects. Upon completion of the series, teams are auditioning for each other project proposal developments to explore together seed funding opportunities locally, regionally, and globally.
Then there has been a lot of youth engagement across the network this year with many highlights of regional programs, youth camps, and trainings. I know we are all working to connect and inspire young people in our regions and build intergenerational relationships to strengthen our network. I'd like to draw your attention to our current social media campaign, which is sharing really insightful videos of the stories and experiences of young people in the network. Please go to our social media and share the videos to help us reach new audiences. And a big shout out to Diana and Akidi and the communications team for all the support and collaboration on this project. There are then some of the publications that have emerged from the URI Youth Challenge that happened earlier, which I invite you to have a look at as well, to click back to the slides and have a look at after the video.
And there are impactful stories to share from CCs working to heal and restore our relationship with Earth. The Peace Building Through Earth Restoration series that Wanda spoke of has provided a runway for at least 3 CCs to develop funding presentations in the first quarter of 2025. The Ecosystems Restoration Guidebook that we co-authored with the Center for Earth Ethics is now in 4 languages and is supporting faith groups to collaborate with Indigenous and civic leaders to restore degraded ecosystems. And a youth-adapted version of the guidebook has been used by the Latin America and Caribbean youth to initiate restoration projects in 11 countries, and all of the efforts from those projects are the focus of a new report on youth-led and values-driven Earth restoration.
It really brings us joy to see how we have grown since last year, and to see what the global gathering in Kigali last year and all the hard work of our URI community have contributed to. From monthly networking events last year, growing into many events and learning opportunities this year. We continue to listen to what our communities need to learn and grow. We hope that this ignites more of our commitment to provide fruitful events in 2025.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for all your contributions and your care. As always, please reach out with your questions and considerations, and have a wonderful beginning of December.